Good evening, YouTube viewers and subscribers. Thank you for subscribing and liking my last video on the most important topic of money and the Bible-based concepts or perspectives on money. So based on viewers' response, I'm doing part 2. Last week's video was an introduction to the broad concept of money and the Bible-based perspective. So today we'll look at part 2. So to address this concept or the broad problem that money has caused in today's society, we need to look at the history of money. In the 18 or the 1400s, when Christopher Columbus set out from Spain from the blessings of King Ferdinand, he traveled, for he thought the world was a flat table, and then he discovered the world was a round ball. And when he arrived in the islands of the western islands of the Caribbean, and when he landed at La Navidad, the first island, he discovered Indians. And what's the first thing he did? He gave them his blessings. Whatever he had, he exchanged with the Indians, and the Indians exchanged the best of their gold and diamonds. Christopher Columbus had good intentions. Remember, there was no money. So, from different parts of the world in ancient times, mankind bartered. But later on, mankind developed forms of money: beads, special seeds, special ornaments, treasures. And later on, as society developed, mankind developed coins and paper notes. So basically, mankind has transformed from the barter system to a trading system. And that is where we are today. Notwithstanding, the barter system had its advantages and disadvantages. So too does the paper and coin system. However, where does the Bible fit into all of this? So it is clear that Jehovah God did not create money. Jehovah God created us with the ability to trade and barter without the use of money. A very important point. The next point to note is that in the barter system, there was double coincidence of wants, or needs, I should say. So if, for example, I had a perishable lamb or sheep that was already slaughtered, and I needed plantains or provisions, I needed to barter quickly. However, in today's society, we can store up money in banks, at home, and different systems. And we can trade at any point in time, whether it be perishable or non-perishable. But what are some of the problems in today's society when it comes to that system of money? Some major problems: we have banks foreclosing, we have takeovers, we have scams, a whole host of issues that we have seen in the world. We have seen banks collapse and people cried for their life savings. We have seen pension schemes dwindled and people are out of bread. And we have seen now money laundering come into effect, the drug trade, the underground economy. Is this the system that God wanted us to trade in? Is this the best system there is? That's the question. Well, let's look at the biblical perspective for a moment. In today's society, mankind respects not his fellow mankind. Mankind respects money. Mankind respects the symbols that are placed on money. Leonardo DiCaprio, he had that famous symbol on the American dollar. And the bottom line was, "In God we trust." But do they really trust in God when they trade in money? That's the big question. For I don't think so. Now we have the Baphomet, the Lodge, and all of these cult organizations that proclaim that they use brotherhood so that their wealth can be secured in their small circles. Is that how God created us, to share love and humanity so that we could have peace? Or so that we could have hatred and jealousy and scams and wicked schemes and systems that deceive people into storing their money in these so-called prestigious and secure and the best financial institutions in the world? And lo and behold, when they're faced with foreclosures and bankruptcies and financial meltdown, they care less for the man that has toiled years and decades for his life savings. They care less for the little kids whose educational dreams are shattered. Oh, what a pity. Let us conclude. In next week's episode, we look at part 3 of money. The conclusion is, it's clear, God did not create money, and mankind's creation of money is causing worse chaos in today's society. Do subscribe and like the Bible-based motivation done by Aaron Stanley from Guyana. Thank you. I'm going to upload this,